What's going on, guys, and welcome to another Blockchain Future. Hope you had a good day. Today, Tether, the stablecoin which I had brought up in the past, it was a video I made about 3 weeks ago, came out and made some changes to their agreement. And what was said and what was changed in their, terms of service for Tether is exactly what I was warning about in my video, which is actually right here. It's this guy here, why not all stablecoins are equal. And this video, which is also linked in the top right, popping up on the screen now, if you want to read it, if you want to watch it, and it is also going to be in the description. This video I made was specifically about this topic, about how stablecoins can be, unless they are truly a decentralized stablecoin, that it can be an issue. So take a look at this video, which kind of goes deeper into that topic and compares Tether with USD coin and DAI, which I believe is a much better stablecoin because it is a truly decentralized stablecoin. And we'll be getting into that in a second. I want to go back to this article and let you guys know what changed and what terms of service and how their verbiage in their website changed. The stablecoin Tether is raising doubts once again about its claims of being fully backed by the US dollar. A new update on its website shows that its reserves may at times be compromised. May at times be comprised of assets other than the US dollar, which is a major deviation from its initial claims that Tether is 100% backed by USD. According to the website, every Tether is always 100% backed by our reserves, which include traditional currency and cash equivalents and, from time to time, may include other assets and receivables from loans made by Tether to third parties, which may include affiliate entities, collectively, quote, reserves. Every Tether is also one-to-one pegged to the dollar, so 1 USDT is always valued by Tether at 1 USD. Valued is a key word here. This, it's not one. They're not holding a dollar in a bank account anymore. What I gather from this is that what they hold adds up to what they say is equivalent to the dollar amount in Tether, which is a big change from actually holding the liquid cash in reserves. But the article here goes further into it. Last month, prior to the update, its website stated that each Tether is backed by USD. Quote, every Tether is always backed one-to-one by traditional currency held in our reserves. So 1 USDT is always equivalent to 1 USD. So this is what has changed. Obviously, the language has changed because they are not holding the amount that they say they are. I mean, if we go to, I'm not really a big fan of CoinMarketCap, but we'll take a look. If we look at CoinMarketCap, Tether is, market cap is $2 billion. So they should have technically to be a real stable coin. And look how much volume that is. $8 billion in volume in 24 hours with a $2 billion market cap. This number used to be closer to 3.5 billion, but they've shaved it down. But that's a crazy amount of volume. So to be a true stable coin, they need a liquid supply of cash pegged to this $2 billion. So they should have $2 billion in US dollars sitting in a bank account mapped for each Tether that is given out for it to be a proper stable coin. So this is something that a lot of people have seen coming. There's been a lot of talk about Tether not being liquid and not having the reserves that they say it has. Tether is very highly connected to Bitfinex, and there's obviously, if anybody that's in the space knows that there's been a lot of drama with Bitfinex in general. I'd say in 2016-17, I think that 2017 is when they stopped allowing US customers using Bitfinex, because I had signed up initially with Bitfinex when I first got into crypto, but then I couldn't use it because they stopped allowing US customers for reasons being that they supposedly, allegedly were doing some shady things. Plus, we don't know how much trading or wash trading is going on with Bitfinex, but a lot of people in the space are not very happy with Bitfinex and Tether in general. And the change in the wording here kind of shows it. Let me just finish the article, and then I did want to move on to Maker DAI again, and go over why DAI should be the stablecoin of choice for everyone to use because of its decentralized nature. Tether remains the largest stablecoin on the market despite a clouded history of doubt about its reserves and audits. It recently partnered with Tron to integrate USDT on the Tron blockchain. Last year, Free Sporkin and Sullivan LLP, FSS, performed an audit on Tether and said its numbers passed muster, with the value of Tether in the company's accounts exceeding the US dollar value of all coins in circulation that day. However, skeptics have doubted the claim and requested an official independent audit. An academic paper released by John Griffin, a finance professor at the University of Texas, suggests that Tether was used to supply artificial price support during Bitcoin's spike in December 2017. So this specific claim here is that during the crazy bull run that we had in December with Bitcoin, that a lot of that was fueled by this excessive printing of quote unquote printing or creation of Tether, of the Tether stablecoin, that really was not backed by the dollar amounts that they said it was. Now, that doesn't change the fact that Bitcoin is limited in its supply and that there was a demand for Bitcoin, but if a lot of that Bitcoin was being purchased with Tether that wasn't backed by actual dollars, you could see how that could be a problem. And that would also mean that the volume that caused the price to run up that high wasn't actually there. So this actually brings us to Maker again. I brought up Maker in that other video, in the all stablecoins are not equal video. There's a reason for it. I am going to play this video. It's really quick, that goes over the Maker stablecoin because I think it's beneficial and I think you guys will benefit from it, so you can kind of get an idea of how it works.
DAI is a stablecoin, a cryptocurrency that mirrors the value of fiat currencies. There are many high-potential blockchain applications that won't work optimally unless they have a stablecoin to use. Why? Because people that receive an obligation to be paid typically don't want its value to vary depending on a volatile market. DAI is born when a user takes on a collateralized debt position, or CDP. They deposit many kinds of collateral in an Ethereum smart contract, and a portion of the value of those locked assets are paid out in newly minted DAI, which they can trade for cash in the open market if they like. When the borrower pays back the debt, they also pay a small stability fee, and the collateral is released back to them. The corresponding DAI is destroyed. Of course, if you just want to use DAI as a stablecoin, you can buy it on a variety of exchanges. And you don't need to give thought to CDPs or any other advanced features of DAI.
So as you can see, the way that DAI works is completely decentralized on the Ethereum blockchain. And you may have wondered at first when that video came up that you'd have to open a CDP in order to actually get DAI, but you can get it both ways. You can either create DAI yourself by locking Ether into a CDP, or you can just buy it on the open market with dollars to hold it just like you would Tether. But I highly recommend DAI as and this isn't financial advice, but I recommend DAI as a proper stablecoin because it really is truly decentralized, and these issues that we're seeing that's hitting Tether. This is anytime there's greed involved with this stuff, you have to you have to take the human interaction out of it. And since these stable coins are tied back to accounts that can be manipulated by humans, there's just too much of a chance for greed to take over and for people to take advantage of that situation. But when you're dealing with, a smart contract with straight math and how much the underlying asset is worth, um, it's a lot more stable, in my opinion, and it's a lot more true to what it's supposed to be as a stable coin. So I thought I'll have the links to this article plus Maker site, and the link to my last video on the stablecoin. Not all stablecoins are equal, in the description. And I hope you guys have a good day. Thank you.